your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, we're taking a look at this Dow Jones here. We had a high way back here on the 10th of February. Here we are now on the 25th of February, and as you can see here, we have made a 382 retracement from the high that we made right back here. That came in at 44974. We're trading 50 cents higher on that right now. And as you can see here, we had a tip off that was going to be pretty good because yesterday we had the big move, and then we had the little tiny bit of a sell-off last night, and it looks like it stopped exactly at the old 382 like it usually does. Yeah, there it is. Well, went to the, actually, no, it's, you can see it's wrong here because of this darn thing is so sensitive. That is a 382. You can eyeball it. Well, don't trust me. I wouldn't trust myself. So let's just look at it. There's our low. There's our high. There's the exact 382. Here's where we are right now. And if the AI is correct, we should be turning down just about now. Well, you can see I just posted it a minute ago. So that's it, where we are. There's a whole bunch of ABCDs up in here. But like we say, we got the NASDAQ making new high, and we're going to find out where this thing is going to go. This is doing exactly what we expected it to do, folks. Now, the $64 question is it going to continue to be doing that? That's the key. Now, if you'll notice here, if you like just ABCD patterns, which we do, and that's what we use, there's your ABCD coming in right there. We just hit it on the S&P right there at 69.55. The high was 69.56. If you like ABCDs, that's pretty much what you want to be looking at. Okay, now let's move on to the old silver market, because this, let's take a quick look here at the old natural gas, because we had a little bit of a little trade, small trade in here. You can see we had a AI forming up in that area right here. And it's, people ask me, why doesn't it work all the time? Well, if it worked all the time, folks, it wouldn't be any good at all because everybody would have it. No, it's based on probabilities. Unfortunately, just like everything that we do, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you don't lose. And the one thing I learned when I worked at Drexel Burnham Lambert is you can lose, and you can lose a lot, but if you lose too much, you're out of here. So that's what you try to do. Now, we had a really good trade here in the natural gas today, and then we're now long the natural crude oil, not natural gas. So we're going to find out if it's going to, it's set up perfectly in that natural gas. Wow. That's what happens when you get too much sleep at night, folks. Hold on a second. We've already went through the thing again, but since I'm mumbling around here, making all kinds of mistakes, I want to try to get it up here so that, well, I've got the only way I can do this, bear with me here, is to get this back here so I can see them all together. And then I can just pull it up right here. And then you can see it's done everything that you could ask for. Just perfect in all aspects. Whether you have AI or not doesn't make any difference. This is what we're looking at. I only use AI. I use it every day, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And today was an awesome day in the gold market. Oh my God, this thing started out like gangbusters. Look at gold where it's at, folks. You don't believe in 382s? Take a look at this one from yesterday, folks. There was a low here on the 17th. Look at the low here. Exactly, to the exact tick. Look at that. And look at that. We're still meandering higher. There's nothing bearish about this. Remember, on this long-term pattern, let's get the daily up because we're banging up against it. There it is right there. We got a whole bunch of them coming to do here very, very shortly between 53.30 and 53.69. Now, remember, mathematics right here precedes geometry right here. So the number you want to be watching is, let's put that in here because we're only $140 away. And that number is 53.69. $70. God, I can't believe these numbers per ounce in the gold. And believe it or not, we dropped 1,200 and we're right back up here, and we're up about 1,600 from that. So we're really, well, wait a minute, we dropped 1,200 and we're back 800. So it's a pretty big run here that we've had. The silver market is just, you talk about a market that just doesn't give up. I mean, there's just no selling in silver, folks. Just look at this. There's just very little selling here. Just a little break here, a little break here. No 382s at all. The only 382 that you had is off this little move right here. That we talked about that yesterday. It came right in to that level right there. You see it hit it spot on, and that means there's just a cycle bottoming right here, and there it is right there. Now we're going high. We're getting really close now, folks. We're less than $3 away. We're about $3 away of making the 1.618 and the 61% retracement, okay, and the ABCD up here at 64.30. So that's we're just about $3 away, which is probably be there today, would be my guess. But when we look at this on a little bit longer time frame, you can see here's where we are. This is what we're going to be watching. There's your 618. We're looking at this number right here, folks, at 94.03. That's a 1.618 expansion. Now look, you've got the 61% retracement up in here. Okay, but what we're doing is we're basing this on these ABCD patterns that come in, and the 1.618 all comes in at this 94.03 level. That's the one we want to be paying very, very close attention to, okay? So I hope that gives you some clarification of what we're looking at in this market as we see it right here. Regarding the speech last night, I can't watch it, folks. I'll tell you why. I just don't like to get into the politics stuff. And I think the last time I saw one is when Nancy Pelosi tore up the report after it was all over. Oh, that must have been his first election in 2016. So that was probably the last one I watched. I don't think I've watched any since then because, well, you can always tell it. Politician when he's lying, folks. You know the answer to that question. I think they exaggerate quite a bit. I don't know if they lie on purpose, but they exaggerate quite a bit. Okay, now remember we mentioned yesterday about platinum being a potential help if the market was going to weaken in the gold and the silver. And we're going to take a look at platinum because yesterday, right after we ended the show, what happened to it? Oh, here it is right here. Let's get the daily up. You'll be able to see that it's had a heck of a run itself. We went way above the 382 without any trouble at all. Look at that. You see now we've made an ABCD pattern here in platinum today. The high was the ABCD measured to 2372, and the high today was 2361. The 50% retracement was 2364. So that's a possibility because we hit this 50%. Mathematics precedes geometry. That would mean that we might have made that in this one, and we're up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row, and so that's pretty. Oh, shut the front door and raise your hand. Hold the mouse down, Larry. We got to talk about this one. How much time we got left up here? We'll be right back, and we'll talk about the old platinum.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN. educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, now we're going to take a look at platinum here. Now, I don't trade this at all. I know some people do. I have a couple people that follow me out of the and they're in the platinum business and reclamation and stuff, but this is a perfect head and shoulders pattern, folks. There's your head, there's your left shoulder, there's your right shoulder, far lower than the left shoulder, which is really good. You have an ABCD pattern going into it right here. You're sitting right at the 50%. The problem is you can't do this trade right now because the high of the day was 23.61. We're $30 an ounce. That's an extra $1,500 in risk. And the only way you can do this is if you're prepared to say, oh, this looks like it's coming, maybe we'll take a look at it. Yeah, that's okay. But if you find it now, that's no good. Just to give you an example this morning, just to show you, look how much it's come off. You see, there was a high, it came off that much, and now you've rallied back. Well, actually wouldn't have to risk for, that's even that. Well, it came back. Wow. Dropped a lot lower. It went, dropped $80, and then it's rallied back 50. So it's right in an area right here. But I would have been looking at it up here at the 50% level. So we'll see what it does. But anyway, that's trade preparation, and you can't get all of them, folks. Honest to God, that's why when I do my radio, shut the front door. When I do the videos at night, I try to pick the one or two that look like the lowest risk and the highest profitable potential. Some of them work, some of them don't. And that's the story of what we're looking at. So anyway, that's here's the gold. We've already gone through the gold. We've already gone through the silver. Now let's take a little minute here and go through the Treasury bonds and Treasury notes both. There's the 382 pullback here. We were mentioning that because of the fact that it took 2 days to get down here, and we remember had to run up, and this was the little pullback off of that, so it's telling you it's going to go higher. If we look at the Treasury notes, which are the larger of the group, it has 6 times the open interest, and we'll bring that up here right underneath the bonds, right above the bond. There we go. And we'll put the hourly up, and we'll see if it did the 382. It probably, there's going to tell you whether it did it or not. So this is a more heavily traded, because it's where you get your, let me refresh this to make sure, because I lost data that day, and evidently that must have been over. That was Sunday. Oh, there it is. It's okay. Now there's a move that we had right here. We made a high up in here, and then you can see the move on the downside. Let's just draw it in. You'll see it did have the ABCD pattern in here, whereas the bonds didn't do. This darn thing. Just a second. Got to stretch it out just a little bit to make it work. There it is, coming in there. Yeah, there's a little below the 382, but close enough. And you can see here it's had very minor rally. See, we're back here in the Treasury bonds, and we're still here on the Treasury notes. So they're not acting nearly as bullish as the bonds are. See, the bonds have already gone up to here, and this is lagging badly. You want to buy the strongest, so that would have been the one you want to be buying, okay? Okay, let's get this out of the way here and move this out of the way for a second. And people have asked me about the so many times, I don't even know how to answer it, because I did all the work necessary to see if this trade's going to work. And I've done more work on this particular cycle high than anything I've done in the 65 years that I've been trading. I thought about it. In fact, my friend Byron Tucker told me, he said, Larry, he said, put the pencil down and forget about it. It's out of your hands. And I know that it is. But boy, I put so much time in it. Trouble is when you put your name on something, but you know, the good part is, folks, nobody really cares about what LP's doing. Honest to God, they don't. Many years ago, I was popular down in the LA area and a tiny bit in Chicago, and I did some money shows for 25 years, but actually not too much. That's pretty good. Oh, by the way, yesterday was the anniversary of the 1980 Olympic team winning the gold medal, and that was a big highlight of my trading career, because in 1995, 15 years later, we were in Chicago, Mark Douglas and I, giving a 1-week live trading thing where we had to make money every day, 5 days a week. Everybody got their money back. We had 15 people there in the penthouse there, where Mark lived on the 30th floor, but the penthouse had this beautiful office overlooking Lake Michigan and the Board of Trade and everything, and it was just really wonderful. And on the first day of the thing, we were talking about fun things about kids and stuff like that, and I said, well, let's talk about Marcus. You don't care about that stuff. There was your 382 right here in the bonds again last night that we pointed out. So I ought to tell the story, though, shouldn't I? Yeah, it's my favorite story. Watching the game, February 1980, Sunday morning, from Lake Placid, New York. Nothing else going on. We didn't go to church. Laren and I were sitting there, and I was doing my charts, of course, and they didn't have, we had commodity perspective charts. We didn't have computers or stuff, and we were watching the hockey game when the others, my wife and other daughter, went to church. And so I was watching the game. There were a lot of movie stars in there. And Farrah Fawcett from the Charlie's Angels was there. And I don't even like hockey. I was just watching it just because she wanted to see the movie stars, and it was exciting and everything. And they got ahead 3-1. U.S. And then Al Michaels said, wow, he said, if they can score one more goal here with 3 minutes to go, pandemonium is going to break loose on the ice. Laren said to me, he says, Dad, what's pandemonium? And I'm half sick myself. And I saw Laren, I said, it's a little dog that comes out on the floor with the American flag on it. Oh, she says, that sounds exciting. Not more than a minute later, Ruzioni makes the goal. And Laren jumps down and says, Dad, and he's yelling and screaming on the TV, pandemonium's breaking loose, pandemonium's breaking loose. And she's looking at the TV, Dad, I don't see it. And I said, what? She said, the dog. Oh, unfortunately, I told that story, and there were 3 hockey players from the 1980 gold medal team that were our students in the room that day, and they became good friends through the years. But I still laugh about it. Where's that dog? That's enough. Oh, sorry, I'm breaking it up here. All right, let's see what we got going. We got a trade on here in the Stop and P. Let's see if it's doing anything. Get up here and take a look at it. She reminded me of it today. That's how I remembered. I totally forgot. Where's that dog pandemonium? And okay, well, it's working a little bit. So if you sold it and you made any money, you ought to put your stop up here to say 59. It should work. It shouldn't get any higher than that now. I put the stop at 59. Let's see, you sold it 59.55, 59.58. You risk $150. That's good enough. Okay, but it still has a strong bias in here. You can see there's virtually no pullback all through here. But everybody's waiting for NVIDIA's earnings, and it'll change the whole world, and everybody knows that, so that's it. I see the NASDAQ has actually weakened up more than the I could tell some other stories, but I can't do that. I'd probably get in trouble for telling that one. That's my favorite one. Anyway, there's the NASDAQ last night, 382 right now. Now, if we break below here, that would mean that the trend has changed. Now, that's not down very much. That's down about 50 pips from where the NASDAQ is trading. I notice it didn't make a new high when the S&P did, and also when the Dow Jones did. So this did not make it. So that's why we're watching it a little bit here. How are we doing with the time? We got to stop talking. Where's that little dog?
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day, Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, going back to 1980, February of 1980, that was a bad time. We had all those hostages stuff, and man, things were going, but inflation was going wacko. I mean, we had interest rates they're still around 12% at that time, and the country was in a bad thing. That game really brought a lot of people together. The problem is, folks, you're not going to believe this, but the guy in the recording room hit the wrong button, and there's not ever going to be a replay of it. The game has disappeared. He overrode the game unintentionally. Well, I think it was. But anyway, it was never been done. The last part of it, you get to see that when Jack O'Callahan shoots the puck over to Bruzioni and he scores the winning goal. But it's gone. You never get to see it again, unfortunately. Anyway, there's the pattern that we had in the wheat the other day. It's down about 11 cents from the high, so that's an interesting one to pay attention. So I have to do one other human interest story about the game. This was, remember, we had that seminar in 1995, and Mark Douglas was a semi-pro hockey player because he was from Detroit, and he was good. He was a wingman, and this were old guys, but they were having a lot of fun, and they had their Christmas party one year. I forget what, it's 97 or 98, and they had to wear some memorabilia from hockey. And so Mark said to me, he says, why don't you, I said, why don't you call Jack? And I said, have him give me the gold medal. And he said, he couldn't. I called him up. I said, you know how much he likes you. So he called him up and said, yeah. He said, no problem. He said, go over to the, what's the name of that center in Chicago? I can't even think of it right now, but where the Bulls and the Blackhawks play. And so he went over, and the lady secretary for the Blackhawks came down, opened up the case, and there was the gold medal, and they gave it to Mark and said, when will you bring it back? And he said, I'll bring it back tomorrow morning. So he wore it to the thing, and boy, it was a really big deal. So God, I can't believe Mark's gone 12 years already. I don't know where the time goes, but good God help me. Anyway, that's what we're looking at, this right here. And there's where we are. Excuse me, not 12 years, only 8 years. 20man's been 2 years. And someday they'll be talking about me like that. All right, let's move on here. What else the heck are we looking at here? Some of these things that we want to watch. Let's go take a look here at the corn market. We've had a couple questions about it because it's actually held up incredibly well. Went through all of the harvest pressure this year with no problem at all, and it's still holding up relatively well. You can see here we're up into this area. We hit the 786. It hasn't really done very much since that time. It did make it. Well, you can see the ABCD there. There's ABCD. There's a, whoa, we got to refresh this because there's no gap in corn. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's the holiday gap because of President's Day. There's your ABCD pattern up into here. So not much to going. Let's look at the cattle market. We were bearish cattle. Let's see how they did today. And we'll just take a quick look at those here. And we're going to cover some currency, folks, so just be patient here. I want to cover the fun things, where everybody likes to trade, and that's in the old cattle market. Get the hourly chart up here. See if it would have worked today. Yep, there you go. We're looking for a sale today. There was action yesterday. Let's see where it opened at. We'd have been selling at about the 382, which would have been right about here with our stop above the 1618. So it'd be working a little bit. You stand with a little heat there for about $400, and now it's in your favor a little bit. So keep your stop working if you happen to do that one. So that's starting to work a little bit. Okay, now let's move over and talk about some currencies, because that's where the big money, that's where the big dogs bark. That's where the big money plays. Look at the dollar index first, and we'll get this up here on the hourly, and it's holding up pretty good. You can see here they're trying to beat it up, but it's holding up all right. Now here's the 382 from the other day. Now we went up here 3 times and tested that resistance, so we need to look at that on the daily basis. There it is right there. See, that's why we've tested it. That's why it's giving a little bit of trouble, but it's not bearish. You can see here, it's still gone up here, and it's not bearish at all. That means the euro, which is bearish, and we happen to be short that euro. Let's bring that up, and we'll be able to see that and see how it looks. And hopefully it'll be the next one right in this group right there. And there's the euro. Looking at this on the hourly, you can see it's still down, rallying very meagerly here. You can see it's just not doing very much. Look, it's still going down quite a bit. There's no reason to be not short this. I mean, it's still bearish. That's all there is to it. All we're doing the last few days here, as you can see, is done virtually nothing, and it's quite. We've been here 1, 2, 3 days, 4 days down, and it doesn't do anything. So it still looks bearish. Now, if we get up in this area, then you have to change your mind. But right now, that still looks negative from my point of view. Now, let's look at the British pound, because there's a big number in that British pound that we've been waiting for. That's at 133 level. And let's get that out of the way here. That's the pound dollar. Hold on a second. I have to get this up so that we can see it on the daily, because that's what we were watching. Did we hit it? Nope. This is way down here. See, it's still got a long way to go. Now we're having a 1, 2, 3, 4 day rally right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 day rally, and boy, it's really a minor rally, because look at this 4 day rally. It's going to be. It's a little more. Yeah, it's going to be a little more than the 382. Ooh, but not by much. Yeah, that's right, not by much. Yeah, there was the 382. We're trading at it right now. We're trading just about exactly at the 382 right now. This was a 1, 2, 3, 4 day rally. This rally was 1, 2, 3, 4 day rally. So you'd be expecting it to continue down, and that would get us down to this level that should be a really good buying opportunity here in the British pound at 133.28 if it pops up in that ballpark. Okay. All right. We got a couple of stocks to go through. We'll talk about NVIDIA, because it's going to be everybody's talking about it. So they're going to do everything they can to goose the thing. We know that for a fact. So here it is right now. You can see where we are, up to 196 already. They're expecting some really great things. Of course, here it is right here. There's our old high way back there. Here's the high right here. There's the pullback. So we've got a couple of things to measure on. And boy, they really give this stock. You don't hear from Apple anymore. Apple doesn't exist. I think they stopped business, but there are talk about NVIDIA quite a bit. And here's where we are. There was the pullback right here. That tells us that we've got a really good chance of, if the news is really good, and believe me, it doesn't take much to get this thing moving, we could take a shot at the old high, because the old high was 212. Just move it over here. There's your old high right here. We could easily take a shot at that based on the news, but boy, I would highly recommend you not follow this thing. It just doesn't look very good to me. We're looking at this thing from the 28th as just such a big thing. It's like pandemonium running on the ice. That little dog with the American flag on his back. All right, let's move on. Oh, a couple other stories about that. God, I keep forgetting.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pros pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, I want to go through this one more time. This was the Dow Jones high, and now we had this retracement. There's where we were coming in on Monday. Remember, I had this low here. It was so low, and it wouldn't rally at all. And then on there it has the big rally, and then boom, 2 days up now, 24th, 25th, 2 days now. We've done this. We've come back. We dropped 1,600 points down, and we rallied up 700. So it's about this. The 382 on that whole thing is just about right where it is right about now. Let's just put it in so we can see it, and you'll take a look at it. There it is right about now, 4508. There it is, and there it is at 4497. So we're having a 2-day rally to 382. Now, from a technical standpoint, if you're bearish, you cannot ask for anything better than that. Well, you can, but you won't get it. But technically, that's exactly what you'd like to see here is a little 2-day rally if it's bearish. Now, also remember, we talked about this before. The last time we had this type of a rally that quickly, remember? We had that one right there. The market rallied a great deal. Well, you bring it over and see what it's did so far today, and it's did almost exactly the same thing. Just about repetition is what Andrew Lowe talked about when he was doing his book, The Non-Random Walk Down Wall Street. All right, now we've got let's see what else we want to cover here. Oh, the Japanese yen. Hold on one second here. Get this up here. Too bad we can't get people asking questions in here because I don't get a chance to answer them anymore like it used to be. It made my job pretty easy. But there's the I'm still bearish the dollar versus this, and let's see. We're getting ready to have. Oh boy, we got up here pretty high. There you go. Okay. All righty, we're almost there. Oh boy, yes we are. Oh gee, this you can't ask for anything better than this. Oh, there it is, going back from the high that we made there at 157. That goes back to February the 2nd. Look where we are. We're right at the 78. Let's refresh this because I've lost data from 2 days ago. And hopefully, there we go. Oh, we've lied. Oh, my God, I missed it. Shut the front door and raise it. Well, I can't get them all. There's your ABCD leg right there. Right on the money, honey. Look at that. Shut the front door. Oh, that's not good. Where is it? Still right on the money. There it is right there. And it's down about a point from there. Shucks. Okay, now this had a really nice move yesterday. You'll notice what it did was it came and stopped right exactly, again, at that old number right there. And then we went up and we made another new high, completing this A, B, C, D pattern, which is just about exactly the 78% from that level right back here. Now, if you move it back even farther, you're going to see here, there's your 160 level that everybody talks about. It's 159 and change. Okay, now this was 157. This is 156. You got a 135 pattern set up here, folks. Let's do the 4-hour chart to make it look a lot easier. Okay, there. Oh, really easy now. It's easy peasy. You're going to have to wake up, Pesavento. How did you miss this one? This is a no-brainer. Well, we'll see. Anyway, there's your 135 pattern right here. 1, 3, and 5. Okay? Now, we're just going to draw it in. The way I do it is I look to see how much symmetry we have between these highs. And you can see there's we're coming in just about exactly the right symmetry. That's one thing. Okay? Now, the things that the Longstreet told us, Bill and Earl, hold on 1 second there. There was your 78% level on that swing right here. And then you make a retracement on this one right here. And there it is right there. So you've got two 78% retracements, one right here, one right here. That makes this a 135 pattern perfectly. So you're waiting for the first down close. You've got it. So you got to short the end right here. You got to give it a little bit of room. Going to have to risk about $600. If it gets to 157, you're out of there. But that's it right now. That's got everything you want. You even got a smaller one right there. So there's a lot of things coming together on this. That's a beautiful 135 pattern. 135, just as nice as can be. Okay, get this out of the way. His father, Roy, was the father of, he was the master of soybeans. When he came to Chicago, the traders would come in and to get his autograph, and here he was listening to me talk about astrocycles, and I thought that was a little bit unusual, but we became friends, and I put this in my very first book, Astrocycles, A Trader's Viewpoint. I called it the 135 pattern, just for their purposes, but it's not the way it repeats in the book. People have asked me, what do you mean by that? And I said, well, I'll tell you about it later, because after they passed away, I shared it with everybody. It's a beautiful one because you're trading with the trend. Just can't ask for anything better. Let's take a look at Tesla. Speaking of trading with the trend, I like it when they talk to Elon Musk about how he is Nicholas Tesla reinvented or reincarnated. Well, this stock's got hit hard here from that 490, 495 level. We're still in a downtrend. You can see we've got lower highs, lower lows in here. That's part of the fact that the auto industry's gotten hit so bad. Porsche and Volkswagen and BMW, boy, General Motors has done a little better, but Ford hasn't been doing too good. So that's pretty much it. So then we can see we're in a downtrend right here. Right now, I think it's up a little bit on the day, but really very, very slightly. So everybody's waiting on the news for NVIDIA, and we're going to find out if that's going to be any good or not. I don't know. You don't think that one stock could move the market? Don't you remember the days of Apple, folks? Speaking of Apple, let's just take a quick look at that. And we'll see where we are. Okay. All righty. Okay. Okay, here's where we are with Apple. It's actually done pretty good. It's had a high up here at 290. We came all the way down to 242. Remember that big buy there on the bottom, just right spot on the old ABCD right there? Remember that one? Look at that. It's a pretty good bottom. And this is drawn wrong because you got to put that thing over there. But anyway, we've rallied back to the 78% level, so it's still looking pretty good. But there was the really good buy was right there at the 382. Remember that? We talked about it there at the 244. The low was 244.68. Well, you can't get any closer than that. That was the exact low. Look at that, 244.68. Here's where we are now. Okay, what else we got here? And the last one we want to look at in the old stock regiment is, hold on one second, we'll get it right up here, and that is J.P. Morgan. They got hit some pretty bad. Some of these banks have evidently extended themselves a little too much. And you can see these things have gotten hammered really bad, and they're bouncing back today, giving the Dow another good chance here to get up again. We're still up 280 in the Dow, so not too much. Anyway, there's where we are, rallied back a little bit. Let's see where the 382 on the move is. There's your high, there's your low. 382 comes in up here at around 308. This was done by some type of a rumor, they said, in private credit. In other words, the boys that handle the big money, you know, the BlackRock, and they found a way to bypass the banks. So they say we go directly to the customer themselves and we finance them. And boy, if you want to see a terrible track record, pick that one. And they think everybody, and not only that, but they put a stipulation in there, you can't take your money out for a year on some of them.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, on this trade here at 69.55, you see how we're starting to diverge here? That we didn't make a new high. Oh wait, maybe we did. That would be good if it did. Did it do that? No, it did not make a new high. Same high, I believe, 56. Yeah, the same high. Keep your stop. You have a choice. You either get out right here at break even, or you put your stop at 59. You're going to risk 4 cents. Okay, now, remember, this only works part of the time, and it's not working right now. This should have headed down, and it's not headed down. If we look at the NASDAQ, you see it still hasn't made a new high, but it's back up to that high level again. And if we matched it up to this, you'll see, yep, same thing. It's doing the same thing. It's not working. So let's scratch the trade, and we'll not to worry about it. Okay, we sold at 69.55, so just get out of it right there. You can make a quarter point to make enough for, well, almost made a tube of toothpaste. So that's what we're watching. We'll look at them again tomorrow. Nothing's changed on my bearishness. It's more bearish than ever. And whether I'm going to be right or not remains to be seen. But by golly, there'll always be other things around to trade, no matter what we do, as we're looking at some of these things right here. We've got big things happening in gold and silver, crude oil. All these things are acting, pretty nice. So we'll see what happens with it after all. Okay. So those are just a few of the things that we're watching here today. There's our natural gas started to come down a little bit, which is good. And that one's doing all right. And you can see it's still breaking. Well, it's coming down here pretty good now. All right, that's what we're watching here today, folks. And we'll catch you on the flip side tomorrow. Remember, we have live trading on Friday. If you want to join it, it's Tommy at TFNN.com. We go from 9 to 12. And with that big day we have on the 28th, that's like the three magi coming over the hill. Whoa, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. All right, we'll see you flip side tomorrow, boys and girls.